GG. Hello everyone, it's the Grey Goose, and today on our random Red Thursday deck tech, we ended up rolling Temur. Now you might remember from last week, right over here, I have a couple videos on the Temur Clover variant, and you can see that even though I make some obvious misplays, especially in that second video, the deck is strong enough you can overcome some mistakes and power through and get win because they're one of the top meta decks right now. But the other top meta variant of Temur actually is Reclamation. Now I know you might be thinking what I'm thinking when you hear the word Reclamation, especially if you've been playing Arena for a little bit. You have a little bit of PTSD from a card known as Nexus of Fate. Ah! Yeah, no one liked to play against that. So we're moving on from that. This deck is a little bit reminiscent of the theme of that deck though. The whole point of the card of Reclamation, you go to your end step, you have a bunch of lands, and you have multiple reclamations sometimes, and you just tap, tap, tap all that mana for one big instant spell. Expansion and Explosion leads us to our win con number 1 for this deck. And boy, what a powerful card that is. In a clutch environment, you can use that to double up on a spell that's 4 or less. So you could copy a Chemist's Insight, you could copy the Shimmer card, I forget the name, I'll post it here, and then you can use that to dig through 4 because you're going to go up against a lot of Fires of Invention decks, let me tell you. The other win con is your Mr. Niv-Mizzet. Now I think in a vacuum I want to say that he's the most powerful single card in all of Standard right now. He is hard to cast though. It's 6 CMC, 3 red, 3 blue. So that's the catch. You have to get him down, and then once he gets down, he's not invincible, right? He doesn't have hexproof, so he is prone to removal. But the upsides of his passive abilities on him are just too great to not use. Essentially, putting a Niv-Mizzet down, and then if you Expansion Explosion, you can effectively double your damage for the same amount of mana. So say, for example, you have 10 mana. Explosion for 6, right? But because you can pick if you're going to draw 6 cards, and then you do, so you're going to hit him for 6, you're going to draw 6, and then you'll ping him for 6. The value is just insane. The question becomes whether you want to run 2 or 3 of him. I ran 3 in this deck. I'm kind of wondering though if I should have ran 2 because I ended up sideboarding him out a lot. One or 2 of them, not all. Some of your other cards here, Bone Crusher Giant, he's just too much value not to main board. You get your Stomp, which once again you can expansion in a clutch situation if you have to. Plus he can come down as a 4/3 body, that's pretty nice. Brazen Borrower, just one of, but there's too much utility in that card too to not play him. You have 4 of Opt, that's just a great card in this kind of deck. For 1 blue, you get to cast a spell, which might trigger your Niv-Mizzet, plus also you draw, you scry. You have to hit your lands or you're going to have trouble, at least up till turn 4, if not turn 6. You have to hit lands every turn, basically. Aether Gust, it's just too clutch for what it does. It's like a counter +1 because not only does that spell come online, but they also have to cast it again the following turn or completely get rid of it to the bottom of the deck. Plus it can also hit a permanent that's already on the board. Really good card. I would almost rather consider getting rid of 1 Niv-Mizzet for 1 more Aether Gust main board. Scroll Spiral ×4, once again, you have to hit that mana. It's a card draw, it's at instant speed, just like Opt, so you can play it with your end step shenanigans. 2 negates, there's a lot of non-creature spells nowadays. Fires of Invention, Casualties of War, all the different random artifacts like Witches of and enchantments, Trail of Crumbs that come out. Flame Sweep is your go-to against a lot of early game aggro, especially in Fires of Invention's deck. If they're smart and they want to try to go under you, they'll play Legion's Warboss, for example. You have your Mystical Dispute. That's just too good with all the low costing blue spells, especially hitting to Fairy. That's your main card to hit to Fairy that early. Negate works too, but being able for 1 blue to hit it to Fairy is clutch is key, and you have to get rid of Teferis if you want to win against Fires of Invention. Sinister Sabotage is just really good. I put one of for 3 CMC to be able to counter anything, plus Surveil, which helps fix your lands or whatever you need a little bit. That's too good. Chemistry Insight, it's got to be like a 4 of at least main board starting out. That combos too well with your Niv-Mizzet, with your Wilderness Reclamation. Basically, anytime you have a Reclamation on board, you're digging for a Chemist's Insight ASAP, unless you already have a ton of cards. You have in the sideboard, you have one more Bone Crusher Giant, just as a good kind of medium-low range sideboarding in option. Say, for example, against like Gruul, maybe you would play another one of him. Speaking of Gruul, Lava Coil's extra good against them. Everything's like 4 or less health besides the Lovestruck Giant. Lava Coil is also really good in certain decks where they want to sacrifice and recur. If you can hit a cat, for example, without a Witch's Oven, that's really good. Nightpack Ambusher. He's a little bit of an interesting card. I tried to put him in a few of the games I played today. I never actually got him off. But I think if I played a deck that was more backhand heavy and focused more on counters, like maybe a mono blue, if you get a Nightpack Ambusher out, that would be really good for you, because then you can just sit on all of your cards, wait till your end step, do some things, or wait on the enemy's turn, and just have him kind of slowly ramp out and push for win. Negates, more of those. There's just certain decks you're going to want more non-creature removal. You have your Sorcerer's Spyglass. That's great for things like your Witch's Oven enemies. They can't tap it. Or even things like Wicked Wolves. They can't use their Consume Food ability. It's also great against naming off a Teferi, although he's still scary with his passive. Lovestruck Beast. He's really good against early game aggro / mid-range decks too, because of the 5/5 body for 3. That's pretty awesome. Shifting Ceratops, once again, he comes in mainly against any sort of blue-based deck. He can come down with haste. He has reach. He's 5 attack. He's usually someone that I think is be good against like Fires of Invention deck, like the Jeskai colors. They have the Teferi, they have the Gales, Cavalier, they have the Sphinx. He can work against all those. You have another Aether Gust, just very powerful. There's lots of red, there's lots of green out there nowadays. And finally, you have one more Fry. I think Fry is really important to put in against Fires of Invention deck, against like Teferi. This is where I would consider, if I got rid of one Niv-Mizzet, I would be considering either like one more Aether Gust or one more Fry, just to help improve the chances against that deck, because it is the most popular deck right now in the meta. Hey guys, thanks for watching this. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. I make a video every day. Tomorrow is Green Friday. Catch you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, first Temur Reclamation matchup. And we are mono red, it looks like, actually. I have a Bone Crush Giant and Expansion in the opening hand. I'm going to be risky and play it. I don't know what I'm up against either, so... There we go, Steam Vent. I'll put that up to have the availability, if he has a blue, to counter it, but also Bone Crush Giant if I want. Alright, this is interesting. We'll go ahead and shock it though. Some sort of maybe Gruul Aggro. I think usually Gruul is the one who plays the Harpooners. Okay. I could counter. I want to counter more on turn 4. Turn 4 is when Questing Beast comes down and all those scary boys. So I think this is the right curve play to try and keep our life total high enough for as long as possible. He's going to not haste. Yep. I need this green really bad. Gotta play that. Expansion Explosion, that's too clutch not to, especially with the Wilderness Reclamation about to come down. I can still counter whatever he puts down. Is he looking to Domrius? No. I don't know. I'm still thinking about whether my life total can just get burnt down super quick by these guys. And I mean, I know it can, but... Okay. Alright. So, I tell you what. We are looking to murder him. Won't be able to do it technically just yet, but I'll get a value out of a growth spiral. So let's go ahead and tap for the blue, resolve it. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a land. Excellente. How about we draw or put down a blue? We need more blue, especially for Niv-Mizzet. There we go. Technically, I could ping for one. I don't think I will. If there's a pelt collector, maybe, but no. These are too clutch here. Alright, taking a little bit of damage. What's he gonna put down? Something big? Hate that card. Alright. He's gonna pump it up to a 4/4. And at this point, yeah. Well, we know the play, don't we? Alright, so what he's gonna do is he's gonna start chaining these guys. Alright, so I can end the turn. Sorry, it's been a minute since I played Reclamation. 3/6. 7. Here we go. No more Veil of Summer. Feels good. That's good. Let's see what he plays here. I can't do any more tricks with Reclamation at the end step. So he wants to attack. The question is, do I just stomp him? Do I bounce him? Do I stomp and expansion it? I don't want to go down to 6. He's a little too bursty. I think the play is to just shock him down. Nah, we bounce. We bounced. So he wasted 5 mana on that guy. I mean, yes, he drew more cards, but I'm hoping that I'm about to really pop off here with these expansion explosions. Alright. So let's see if he'll do the trigger himself. If he does the trigger himself, that's very bad for him. But otherwise, if I attempt to shock him, he in response will do his little thing there. We know he's gonna burn it. Need more red and blue, so. Alright, it's coming back to me now, boys. Stop the auto pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Resolve. 7, 8. I just want 4. I am far from decking myself, right? Yes. Gruul Aggro, man, this is... Alright. Hey, a negate is cool. Niv-Mizzet is extra cool. I'm on my end step. I can't really do much. Could opt it up, but I could also just... I want to keep the Bone Crusher Giant. I have enough lands. Get rid of that. The green is really mostly just splash for the Wilderness Reclamation, so once you get 1, maybe 2 down tops, you don't have to worry about it. So let's see what he does. He's stuck on what? 5 mana total, 6? Maybe if he puts 1 down, pass. And my turn. So what I could do, we opted up. Do I want more lands? I mean, I have Mr. Niv-Mizzet. I think I want cards that pop off with Niv. Oh boy. Do this. Okay. That's alright. Not the end of the world here. Temple up. Do I need to worry about the non-creature spells though? That's the question. I already have one negate. No. I'm looking for like Chemister's Insight and such. Put him down, right? That looks pretty spooky. So this will be my third expansion explosion. I wonder how greedy I'm trying to get. I think the answer is I just burned that one mana I just tapped for. I can't get too far out because I don't know what I'm going to be going up against here. Does that kill me? It does, doesn't it? That's unfortunate. So I go ahead and I start getting some value. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to the face. 4, draw 4. Go. I'm doing this because even if he Growth Chamber Guardians, I'm just going to be able to ping down, ping him down. So now he's going to activate it. Wait, how many was that? Is that 4? I should have been counting better here. This guy's really going hard against the tap mechanics. Alright, so yeah, he burned some of that. Good for him. Look at these Wilderness Reclamations though. That's insane. My gosh. Woo! Alright, so where to start? Let's go ahead and get these bad boys down. I can go ahead and shock in another one. Yes, yes. Or that. What are we opting for? Growth Spiral. It is an instant, and it does give me a land. Let me put one down. Alright. Resolve the first one. Oh boy, you ready? I'm doing this first so I can get this land down for sure. Okay. Enter tapped is fine. Draw 2 is fine. Aether Gust looks pretty sweet also. Resolve. Wow. Yes, please. We'll do that so we can get through our lands. Do I have any more basics? Whatever. Sure. You can always bounce him back if need be. So let's go ahead and tap. There's a blue, there's a red. Resolve. Chemister's Insight for one of our lands. 23 cards in the pile. Ran out of card draw. So now I think what I do here is be stuck and just get ready with an Aether Gust, right? A card. We're gonna do this. Temple, that's a scry, and with all this, it doesn't matter to be able to shock it in at this point. I have to draw my Niv. I have to draw my last expansion explosion. Woo! But wow, this is spicy. Look how fast it ramps up, insanely hard. So he might be trying to do. I could have just, but I'm just gonna bounce him back. Yeah. Boop. I should have countered that. There we go. Let's just surveil. That seems fine. Let me stop on his end step real quick. 1, 2, 3. So he would have been able to search for his last one. Yeah. Scry first. The gates aren't good enough right now. I need my win. I need it. I need it. Hemister's up. Opt. Nope. Three, 4, 5, 6. Alright. It's this. I'm gonna shock face. You might think he's dead right now, actually, too. You ready? Let's find the one spell I need. Yikes. Alright. One spell I need. Watch it be the last card. Watch him do me dirty like that. That's nice, but too little too late or something. Okay. He's watching me just reach very deep. Okay. Hey, we got it. We got the win, right? So blue, 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 blue. Resolve and 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. I love giving them a bunch of cards. I mean, it's the way to do it. Okay then, lava coils. Yes, please. Bone crusher. I think a bone crusher for sure instead of the flame sweep. Aether gust, gotta have that though. 5/5 Beastie Boys. The question becomes Love Struck or Night Pack Ambush. Bounce back, fly over. Mystical Dispute. And this is already tight enough. I'm getting rid of 2 opts. 2 negate, in fact. Two opt. Okay. I'm on the draw. I can't keep this hand. Yes. Chemisters, no. Worst comes to worst. Yeah, he's gonna go low to me. I'm thinking I might have wanted to keep that flame sweep actually, because he knows the only way to win is to not let it go late. But so I'm keeping the lava coil. That's dirty. Keeping the lava coil in case I need to expansion it. So let's go ahead and do this. Nothing too big yet. Cinder Vines is pretty nasty. Okay. Question is, do I want to take this damage and then next turn be able to double coil? I think what I do is I leave up the chance to either bounce something back or Sinister Sabotage something massive. And then the following turn I can double Lava Coil. Alright, so it's not questing beast. Watch him have like a, what you call it, Embercleave. Not that either. If I bounce Bone Crusher back, right, he gets to shock. That's okay. Too much consequential damage here from the Cinder Vines. This is going to be a little bit spooky. A little bit spooky here. Alright, so Lava Coil expansion, right? I do want a green. Doesn't matter. Yep, I'm going to be getting quite a bit of damage done here. Cinder Vines alone, I don't know if you can beat that. Do I have any enchantment removal? He had that basically in his opening hand. That's also quite nasty. And a questing beast. Alright. So let's rethink some things here. Let's rethink. Negate. Can't let Cinder Vines come down. Flame Sweep. Seems good, but it's only good in a pinch. What am I getting rid of? Those are the questions. One left Niz. One less Miz. Niv. And with the Domries he has, unless I have like a negate ready and willing. So let's see here. Bone Crush Giant. Mystical Dispute. I think I'm going to have to get rid of. Got the negates for the. This doesn't look as confident as I'd like it to, but we gotta give it a try. Cinder Vines OP. Opening hand. Woo! Watch out for that. No. I guess. We want the negate. Sinisters, Flame Even, and Love Struck. Look for lands. That'll have to do. Can come in untapped on turn 3. Elf Collector, already. Let's see him try and put up the Cinder Vines turn 2 again. Woo! Nope. Okay, so I can still put my 1/1 boy down and negate. Red, but it will come in untapped. So negate is not going to do anything here. And I was going to say he cannot attack like that. So the Flame Sweep isn't even at maximum value for one creature. I'm not going to let that happen. I can counter whatever he plays this turn. And the question is, if he plays it unhasted, I'm fine. If he plays it hasted, it's good to let it go through. But if he doesn't, I'm screwed. I have to counter it. Alright. Fine. He looks like he's at a situation where he's low on lands, but he's high on other things. And I think what he's high on is creatures. So I want to have a big boy out. There we go. And you can already guarantee that he's going to have something to either stomp it or Domri's Ambush. So leaving our mana up is the play here. Negate something, Growth Spiral. Here we go. No. Resolve. Pass my turn. Yeah, he's low on lands. That's a good one to have against Gruul. Need my Wilderness Reclamation. What do I want to do? This isn't going to do much right now. I have to keep this up and this. So I can play one. There we go. Not like I'm going to attack though. It's just an extra blocker. Red or green, bounce back with Aether Gust. That's fine. I dare him to put another 2/2 on the board. There we go. Question is, do I negate it? I think the answer is yes, because this can hit a creature too. Oh, I forgot. Montgomery's ambush hits himself too. Look, I'm winning. Alright, my turn. Yes, yes. Hey, we're getting there. I think the play is to hold up. Okay. So he could have another Domries, he could have Standard Vines, Questing Bees, Shifting. Well, that's just blue. That is just blue. Yeah. This is okay. I can take a little bit of damage here. I need these lands. Need my cards. Well, I think I'll hold up the Flame Sweep for what he plays next. If it's something super cheap, comes in as a 2/2, I hit it. But if it's something bigger, which it probably is, then I have to Flame Sweep to get this pelt collector under control here. I could play this guy and then shock in for a Flame Sweep. I think that's the play. I have to have these blockers right now. I wanted to Temple, but I can't. I have to keep this 3 up for Flame Sweep, potentially. That's the turn. So red or green, so his entire deck, right? So that's going to come in pretty big. Here is where I want to Flame Sweep, right? I don't want this pelt collector to get any bigger. I will happily block both of these guys. He says no. This is really nice to have. Temple, right? I can block 2. Man, if he has Embercleave, I have to hold this Aether Gust up. 4, 5, 6. So that's enough to do what I want. I can go ahead and scry. Let's scry it up. Now we're cooking a little bit here. Finally. Haji Mimi. Mr. Pelto, I don't care right now. He's too weak. What are you gonna put in? Like a Hall Cry Parun or... Oh, that is dirty. Let it resolve. Yep. There you go. And I can still Chemister's Insight, getting my Wilderness Reclamation, etc. You gonna push yet, or is he gonna wait for an Overwhelming Force? Overwhelming Force. Works for me. This isn't jump started, is it? Crap, it is. I'll have to do. Ooh. Oh, okay then. We can have trample and all that fun stuff. This is good with the flash too. Alright, so I go ahead and I roasty toasty. The only 5/4 he has. I don't need to do that on my... It's fine. Maybe I would have had enough to Castle Vantress, but I'm pretty sure even with the 2 with that before. Yeah, no, that would have been the play. You tap for your 2, you Vantress, and then you still have enough for these, so... Take note. Okay. This is looking really precarious at this point because I'm entirely on top deck mode. The Castle Vantress would have helped with the scrying. That in at the end, okay. Okay, so Thrashing Bronodon's gonna come in, and that's fine. They trade. He gets up to a 3. Good for him. Oh, he can't even Thrashing Bronodon my Wilderness Reclamation now. Apparently, he thought the Brazen Borrower was too much of a threat. Domries, that's pretty big. And now he's gonna attack with the Gruul. Okay. So next turn he's going to start laying it in. So here we go, all or nothing at this point. I go ahead and I skip to the end step. I'm done skipping. Okay. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. GG.